How's it going, guys? Back again with another install for the Bronco Sport. I'm your installer, Gian, here again at Underground Graphics. We are doing a hood accent piece, and it is called the hood accent. This one is a bit different than the ones we've done. It's going to be sitting inside of this recess between these two humps and about an inch away from the back side of that hood. Now, before we get into that install, I do want to go over your cleaning products and prep. So here we do have our alcohol water mix and our soap and water mix. To the right, we have our alcohol water mix. This is available on the website as well as the soap and water mix. We do have our ratios listed on the label. They are very similar to what we have used in previous videos, but this time we do have it available for you guys to purchase. As well, for purchase, we have a Underground Graphics squeegee. Now, this is a hard card on both sides, but we do offer what is called a monkey strip or a felt overlay that goes over the edge of that, has adhesive on the other side, protects your paint and the graphic from anything that might happen if you have like a rough edge on that squeegee already. Next up, we have a roll of tape. Now, you don't need too much tape, just enough to be able to hold down this graphic. I'll show you guys the hinge method that we prefer to use, as well as a piece of tape back here, so that way you get that gap away from the back side of the hood. And last but not least, of course, you need towels for the cleaning process of this and a pair of scissors for that hinge method that I had mentioned earlier. Also, with the install and prep, you do want to make sure that your hands are clean. It is very possible that you may have to touch the back side of this vinyl, and with that, you don't want any type of contaminant, oil or lotion, anything like that on the back side of your hands or on your hands to get on the back side of that adhesive. You do want to do this inside of a enclosed environment and a controlled environment as far as temperature. So we have the air off right now, but typically we do have it about 70 degrees. You do want to do this in a controlled environment, have the temperature at a good setting. You don't want to be lower than about 65. You don't really want to be much higher than 75. The temperature may cause the vinyl to stick sooner than you need to, and if you need to replace anything by lifting it back up and putting it down, with a high temperature, that is going to be very difficult to not distort anything. With a low temperature, it may not stick immediately, which sounds like it's good, but you wouldn't know if it's actually adhered to the vehicle properly. So with all that in mind, we can start this install. You guys just stick with us. So first, for your install, you do want to put at least 2 pieces of tape down on towards the middle of this stripe. Now, keep in mind, we do have that piece that's back here to put that down first, and then lay down the tape where you might need that. This front one is just to stop anything from swaying back and forth. So I'm going to start back here. You can start from the front if you want to, or from the back. Either way works. And do keep in mind that these are dry install graphics, so you do not want to have any type of wet solution underneath these. This actually goes extremely fast if you apply them dry, which is why our graphics are dry install only. You just want to put overlapping strokes with a good amount of pressure on that stripe. Now that back piece is up, you can pull your piece of tape so you don't forget that. You pull everything up to the front here. Use our squeegee to split that tape, and that tape acts as a guide so that we're not off of where we had it placed. This graphic, just as any other graphic that we have, you do want to tape everything up first to make sure that you are pleased with your lineups. Move that tape to the mask. Now, when you pull up your mask, you do want to keep it folded over at 180 degrees. If you pull directly up, that may distort the graphic. It might start to pull it up. If you have one of the options for this, just as many of our other kits that has a pinstripe in it, you could potentially pull up that pinstripe. So always work slow and pull at that 180 degrees. All right, guys, next up we have another hood accent for the Bronco Sport. This one's a little bit different. I'm just gonna get quick into the install for it. Same method that we've used before. This one is going to be that 1-inch tape at the back of the hood to give you guys that little bit of space. Okay, so for our next install, this is another hood accent. However, this one, as opposed to the first one that we had on, does not have the dashes going towards the windshield. This one's moving towards the front, gives you a different look. So we're just gonna show you guys this different option. If there are any custom colors that you all are interested in or want a void to show the paint through without just having it being a blank black piece, we can also do that. It is totally up to you, but if that is something that interests you, please let us know. We will be available to answer phone calls and emails for the orders. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And as mentioned, if it's something custom that you'd like to do, please let us know. Thank you guys.